So, thank you everybody for coming here today on such short notice. Andrew was unable to make it today, but I know he shares in the excitement that we all have being able to have this press conference today. I'm also incredibly excited as my 8-year-old daughter has been asking me every day since the end of the season, are we bringing Teo back? Are we bringing Teo back? So I can officially say today, yes, we're bringing Teo back. All jokes aside, I do think that speaks volumes about who Teo is as a player and a person. You can feel the energy that he brings to the clubhouse, the infectious smile that he has each and every day, and it's not a surprise of why he's become a fan favorite, so popular in the clubhouse and such an impactful piece of what we do, and so important to our coaching staff as well. It was great to see all year bringing Teo in. He always put the team first, and you could see that there was a real, love of the game that he brought to the field each and every day. I do think because of the way he plays with such passion and joy, when those big moments came up, it was something that he really cherished and was able to put the team first and slow the heartbeat down and do whatever was needed in that situation. Doc says this all the time, and it's something that I believe wholeheartedly as well, is that if you play the game the right way, the game will honor you and the game will reward you. And what Teo has done, taking care of and mentoring his younger teammates and having the amount of big moments that he had this year, and us being able to sit here today is, I think, all a testament to that. So, in our initial talks last year, it was like, hey, this is a one-year deal, but in an ideal world, we win a World Series, and this relationship gets to continue well beyond the 1 year. And, it doesn't always work out this way, but I would say that we're in an ideal world right now. So I'd like to officially welcome Teo back in Dodger Blue, and let's go win a lot more World Series together.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Stop. Just do Q&A or?
Congratulations and good luck. What is it about the Dodgers that makes you want to stay here as long as you can?
I mean, I always say this, the Dodgers, they're different. They think about everybody, not only the player, not only the things that I can do on the field. And for me, it just, they give me the confidence. I never get that really in other places that I wear. They trust in everything that I can give them and to this team and this organization. And that was one of the biggest things for me that pushed me do the best job that I can do in a Dodgers uniform.
First, welcome back and congratulations.
Thank
when
you.
you were looking at just this free agency, what were you prioritizing? And I know you've talked a lot about wanting to be back in Dodger Blue, now being back in Dodger Blue, but just what was so important to you with this decision?
Honestly, I went to free agency. I think I made that clear before I went there, that the Dodgers were the priority, and I was going to do everything in my power to come back. For me, money wasn't an issue. I could have waited. I could have waited more offers from other teams, but I think the money, it wasn't going to be the difference. I couldn't get like 5 or 6 more mil from other teams, and if you put me in a place that I have to decide, I would have decided to come back. Just because the way this organization is, the way this organization treats a family and the players, and that for me is more important than anything.
For Brandon and Dave, you guys talked so much during the postseason run about the clubhouse culture and how that played out on the field. I mean, how important has that been generally to preserve this offseason? And obviously with what Teo meant to that room, how much did that kind of factor into to want to bring him back to?
I think so. I think, there's a part of the culture, the talent piece, that when you have the right pieces, players in place, you need to sustain it. And there's also another part of adding to that team of people that are realize the bar of character, makeup, talent, certainly, and hunger for winning. And so you look at the acquisitions we've made this winter, we've checked that box as well. But a guy like Teo, we've created a situation here with the Dodgers that the bar is extremely high. It's not just about getting the most talented players. You've got to be good on the field, and you've got to play the game a certain way. Because what that does is it makes people around you better. It holds the teammates accountable. And when you're looking at young players throughout a system, they have something to aspire towards, right? And so for us, Teo checked every single box. And again, like Gomer said, shooting a one-year flyer on a player doesn't always, go out into an extension or a multi-year deal, but just what he did for us and how he made everyone better, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, this can be for Brandon and for Teo. What was it that sort of allowed this deal to come together just in the last couple months or so, just obviously from where things started at the beginning of the offseason?
Yeah, from very early on, right after the parade, we had, been in contact with Rafa, Teo's agent, and over the last year or so, we've developed a really good relationship. And I think, the most important thing in these deals is continuing to hear, what is important on their side, on our side, and finding, the common ground there, because we've both said it from the get-go. The desire and the goal was that Teo stays with us, and ultimately, because of that relationship and the understanding of where both sides were, we were able to work that out.
Tasker, how much do you think the bonds you guys built as a team during the postseason run last year, like being back now, how much do you think it's going to help carrying over into 2025 as you guys try to defend the World Series?
For us, I'm going to speak about myself, but I'm sure that the other guys, if you ask them, they're going to say the same thing. What is in the past is in the past. We're not going to think about what we did in 2024. We got our minds clear. We know what we can do. Our team is better this year. And like I always said, if we stay healthy, we can do special things, and 2025 is going to be one of them.
And then for Brandon, I'm not sure how much you can talk about the other news that might be happening today, but just generally, you guys have talked about, Mookie being at short, Lux at second. Like, does that calculation change at all with some of the other things that you have coming down the pipe right now?
No, I mean, that's still the mindset. And, talking with Doc, Teo being right, and, Conforto in left, and kind of go from there. I think, like we've said all along, continuing to add talent and build a balanced lineup to go out and repeat is our goal. And we feel like we've taken steps and we'll continue to take steps towards doing that.
Teoscar, congratulations on the new deal. You mentioned throughout this season how big it was to have the support from Dodgers fans, and you had that emotional moment at the parade. How big was that for you to be embraced by Dodgers fans, and did that at all factor in your decision to re-sign here?
Huge. I always take that in mind. I appreciate since the first day that I got here, Dodgers fans, they were in there, they were cheering for me. They were giving me the support that I need to have the season that I have last year, not only for me, but for the whole team. And when you have that support, you just, as a player, you think you have to give 110% every day for this fan base. so they can get the max out of every single game.
And you made it very clear you wanted to re-sign here, and you said in a recent interview that you received offers from other teams. At any point, was there ever a doubt that you were going to re-sign here, or at the end of the day, did you ultimately think you'd be back?
Not really. Like I said, I had my mind clear that I wanted to come back and that I was going to do anything in my power to make it work and be back with the Dodgers.
Awesome. Thanks, Teo.
Megan?
Teo, in what ways did being with the Dodgers help your confidence last season? How do you maintain that moving forward?
I always have confidence in myself. Just because I had a really, really good season last year doesn't mean that my confidence is going to be higher this year. I'm just going to focus on the things that I got to do on the baseball field to get this team to win in that day, and just moving forward, just trying to stay healthy and be on the field the whole season, playing for this team and doing the little things to get the Dodgers a win.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
We can finally say it. Teoscar Hernandez officially remains as a Dodger. Welcome back to Teoscar. Jerry, you mentioned this about a year ago, how he was a perfect fit for this Dodgers team even before he ever signed. And boy, he proved everything you had said. And then